The history of Ethiopia's monarchy, according to tradition, begins circa 2500 BCE, about 4,500 years ago. As documented by Ethiopian historians like Bluttengeta Hirui, it starts with a kingdom whose king was Sebtar, persisting for half a millennium until it was attacked by an ancient Indian kingdom, the same as the kingdom of Punt. Legend tells that the Indian kingdom, led by Ramachandra, an ancient king now worshipped as a deity in the Hindu religion, invaded Ethiopia and allegedly defeated its king Peori. According to Ethiopian tradition, the progenitors of the ancient Yoktanite Sabaean Himyaritic civilization who had fled from Mesopotamia, traversing over through Yemen from continuous attacks by the Indian kingdom, and had joined in with the Kushites, would reorganize and appoint a king to lead them and defeat Rama. Their king was to be Ekehunas, also known as Saba II. Saba and his force shall fight the Sanskritic Indian armies and kill their king Rama, setting Ethiopia free. And they were called Agazians, which in the Ge'ez tongue means liberators, and their language was called Ge'ez. From the vantage point of conventional history, Jacqueline Perrin, a renowned French archaeologist and epigrapher who had an in-depth study of ancient South Arabia and Ethiopia, stated that there were several Sabaeans who fled South Arabia and took refuge in Ethiopia, escaping the wrath of the Assyrians. The Assyrians had previously wreaked havoc on the kingdoms of Israel and Judah during the 8th and 7th centuries BCE. Perrin further adds that another significant migration of Sabaeans happened in the 6th and 5th centuries BCE to evade Nebuchadnezzar II. Jews who were escaping the Babylonian takeover of Judah were also part of this mass movement. Rabbi Menachem Waldman, the representative of the Israeli chief rabbinate on matters concerning Ethiopian Jewry, also spoke about a significant exodus from the kingdom of Judah to Cush and Abyssinia around the time of the Assyrian siege of Jerusalem in the early 7th century BCE. According to rabbinic narratives of the siege, King Hezekiah could only command about 110,000 Judeans in Jerusalem, while an approximate 130,000 Judeans, led by Shebna, sided with Sennacherib's campaign against Tirhakah, the king of Cush. In the end, Sennacherib's campaign was a failure, and the army led by Shebna ended up lost in the Mountains of Darkness, possibly the Semien Mountains of northern Ethiopia. In a research published by scientists of the University of Cambridge, the Wellcome Trust Sanger Institute, and the Department of Genetics and Biology at the University of Pennsylvania, who conducted the largest investigation of its kind on Ethiopian populations. They stated that the findings were in support of the legend of the Queen of Sheba, highlighting that genetics can enlighten us about historical events. By analyzing the genetics of Ethiopia and several other regions, we can see that there was gene flow into Ethiopia, probably from the Levant, around 3,000 years ago, and that this fits perfectly with the story of the Queen of Sheba.